10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From the Ground Up Productions presents Talk Therapy with Lady Miz. She's here to listen and give advice, but brace yourself. If you can't handle the truth, because she's not sugarcoating a thing. She's getting to the root of the problem and addressing the ugly truth. You're now tuned in to Talk Therapy with Lady Miz.
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Y'all already know what it is. This is Talk Therapy Tuesdays with your girl, Lady Miz. And I have always been bringing him on the scene now. We got the silent assassin in the building. We about to get started, y'all. What's good, Lady Z? I see you pulling up early. Skirt. I see you, mama. Was good over there on the West Coast. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about the American economy. This was actually a topic that Ray wanted to discuss. So he's actually going to be taking the lead on this because he knows way more than I do, okay? But I'm going to be asking some questions and we're going to be getting to the bottom of what we think is going on in the American economy. Big shout out to Tanya. I see you. Hey, on the check-in. What's good, y'all? Make sure y'all share this live. For those who don't know, I want to talk to you and let you know what Talk Therapy is about. Talk Therapy is a place where we come together and we discuss different topics, okay? It's a place, I should say a safe place for us to discuss things, to create awareness, for us to also have some accountability for our actions. Excuse me. The way that we do that is by talking to each other, in a sense, me and Double R over here, talking to you guys and also getting feedback from y'all so we could come to some, I guess, common ground and understanding. Talking alone sometimes could be therapy. And this is our way to release and to get things off our chest, right? We got so many different things going on in the world. And at times, sometimes we just need somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? You talk to me, I talk to you. However we do it, it is therapy. And that's what Talk Therapy is really about. It's about us getting things off our chests and being able to just, Musa, baby, Musa. We do hope that while we do this, it can also help someone in their time of need. Now, if you've seen the intro, okay, if you've seen the intro, it says we get into the bottom of this and discussing the ugly truth. So when we talk about accountability means just that, okay? We're not going to sugarcoat things. We're not going to tell people what we think that they want to hear. We're going to say what we feel, and we're going to lay it on the table. Just like Jada and they got the red table talk, okay? Okay, our table black and red and gold, okay? We this is what we do, okay? Big shout out to Mom. I see you, Mom. Hey, how y'all doing? But today, again, I wanted to tell y'all that this was the topic that Ray wanted to discuss. So we're going to be talking about that. Right, what's that about?
It wasn't that I wanted to discuss. We were discussing it. It was like, hey, that should be a topic.
Absolutely. But y'all know what it is. We always got to play our commercial before we get into the topic. So this is for the content creators out there. If you want to get your stuff on our network, listen up.
Are you a content creator? Do you make music videos, short films, documentaries, web series, kids shows, movies, stand-up comedy, visual podcast, educational shows, or sports? Are you a fitness instructor or gamer? Do you record church ceremonies or report news? If so, contact From to Ground Up Productions TV by email at fromtogroundupproductions@gmail.com. For more information on getting your content played on our network on Roku, where there are over 85 million viewers and growing. No more being limited or blocked on social media from the content you post and create. Get the freedom to be you without restrictions from controlled social media. And if you want to run your ads or sponsor our network, Contact us now at fromthegroundupproductions@gmail.com to get started now.
You're now tuned in to From the Ground Up Productions. And you're listening to Talk Therapy with Lady Miz. Broadcasting around the world.
Yes. We are back in the building. This is Talk Therapy Tuesdays with your girl, Lady Miz. And I got my co-host that's always pulling up on the scene. We got the silent assassin,
Ray.
Double R. Ray in the building. Shh, be quiet because Karen is at rehearsal, okay? What's up, Karen? All right, I hope you got your AirPods in because you know I talk loud, but I ain't gonna be talking loud today. Today I'm laid back. We had a long show yesterday, 2 hours, okay?
Yeah,
it was almost 2 hours, so we really gonna be laid back today. Y'all gonna watch me and Ray kick it and speak about some things. Before we get into that, I do want to remind y'all that my chips is on sale. bossmovechips.com. You can go there and place an order. If you're close by, you can place the order directly with me and I can meet up with you, deliver the chips, etc. Or you can place the order on the website and it can get shipped to you. Please be advised that there are shipping fees, okay? Listen, guys, I don't have no control over the post office price. I have no control over the gas price. It is what it is. But, you can still support your girl because it's all good, right? We're going to talk about, they probably support your girl. Did you see the economy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn gas prices.
It is what it is. And also, I want to remind y'all that we have a compilation album out. It's called Family Business. The compilation is featuring myself, Double R, Soraya Alexis, Poppy Fortune, Cash on Able, Mason, Ian 95, Uncle Jay, did I miss anybody? Nasir, that's right, Prince Nasir, and
Is this right too?
Yes, and Soraya. And guys, it's on all streaming platforms, so you guys could go check it out and download it, or you could purchase it directly from us.
When you put it in, though, you have to put it in under various artists. Go under Family Business and then type in various artists.
Absolutely. And I do want to also let y'all know that Hood Court is coming soon. I believe we have our first case coming soon. So Hood Court will be our first show might be next month in April. We will have our first case for Hood Court, so stay tuned for that. Y'all already know what it is. That's based off of the code of the streets. If you feel violated, okay, bring them to Hood Court, okay, because that's what it's about. It's about hood rules, baby. So now let's get into it. Today's topic, we are discussing the American economy. So, Silent Assassin, tell me what you think about the American economy and how it's affecting us.
Well, I'm gonna say first. I'll say it's BS. I'm not gonna curse.
Okay.
Because it seems like every time something goes wrong with the world, we are the ones who pay the most. And I'm not gonna even say we. I think poor people lose more than anything when when things go wrong in the world.
Okay. All right. And so, when you put that back. So you think that poor people, so talk to me about it. Give me some details.
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
When we look around, we look at gas. Let's start something that's simple because everybody has to eat.
Okay.
And when you go into the supermarket now, strawberries, I'm gonna just start with strawberries. Regular strawberries is like $7.99 for a little. I mean, it's not even a pound. Everything is expensive. Everything is going sky high. It's unbelievable. I even just found out today, I didn't even know it until, I'm not even saying, I just found out today. I didn't know they were giving free lunch to kids in school every day. And now they're talking next year, they're going to completely cut that off for everybody. Not even kids who can't afford the food will not even get it. They're trying to eliminate it for good.
I think that's a huge issue. Big shout out to Shaki. I see you in the check-in, Mama. Thanks for pulling up, guys. Share this live. Share it on your social medias or with somebody else. This is a great conversation, and I really want y'all to engage in this, and we want to know what y'all thoughts are. We will be opening up the phone lines if you want to speak your piece or tell us what you feel about it. But let's focus on that right now, because what I find very interesting is the fact that you brought up a great point about how they have how much money to fight in Ukraine.
It's not even, we're not even fighting. That's the crazy part. It's $10 billion just, and they're asking for more for humanitarian aid. Now, before anybody starts what's happening in Ukraine is messed up. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but it shouldn't always fall on America. And the crazy part about that is America will say no to anything that we need for America, but we could afford $10 million to say, here, let me help you get bombs and stuff for your country. And those things those things have to change with us. We got to start looking and holding our politicians responsible, because that's tax money that they're acting like we don't have no access. We have no word to say. Like right now, I'll give an example. Our bridges, you all over the country, you know how New York roads are, falling apart. But when you say, hey, where's the money at to fix that? They go, we don't have any.
Yeah, that's definitely an issue.
And they got the money now to say, hey, let's give like I said, I feel sorry for them, but only a little bit, because there's black people
feel sorry for who? Let's
Ukraine.
be okay.
People in Ukraine.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute. So first, what I want to address is the fact that you talked about kids losing the free lunch. So there's services that was set up in place for people in need, especially kids. I remember you telling me about an article where a kid not too far that live up here died of starvation in these times in this country, right?
It wasn't even an article. It was actually I was going into a building and it was somebody had put it on the building door. Okay,
wherever it was, wherever it was.
I stopped to read it, and I couldn't believe it that that was actually happening still. Where this kid was taking food home every day to make sure his sisters and brothers eat, and he ended up dying of starvation.
Okay, so at the end of the day, we got kids out here that are dying, right? Starving, and there is a so-called system that's in place that is supposed to help their citizens, and they are removing these things from their citizens in their country, and they're acting like they don't have the funds to be able to do it. However, they are taking those funds and putting it in other places to fight a war, and they're using poor people to fight a war. For me, now I'm going to speed up to another thing that you just said. I am never going to sit here and act like, how can I put it? Okay, so they say that, it's kids dying over there, right? So we definitely, of course, you feel sorry for innocent kids. You feel sorry for innocent people, right? But the problem that I find for me is the fact that they are blocking Black people from getting out of the country. They're treating them horrible. They're treating Black people horrible. And then I'm gonna tell you what shocked me, guys. And I'm not trying to be funny, but this is talk therapy, so I gotta get it off my chest, right? What shocked me is when I looked at the news and they sat there and reported all of the stuff that was going on with Ukraine. And then they said, this is how they're treating Black people. This is what they're doing to Black people and all of this stuff. And then right directly after that, they come with another commercial saying, donate to Ukraine, right? And it's like, hold up.
Yeah.
Like, me as a Black person, of course we have empathy, right? Because we're like, damn, they're going through this, we stay going through it 24/7 in this country in a sense, right? But I ain't going to get into that. But what I find to be very interesting is that they put that commercial on right after Right after they showed what was going on in Ukraine and what they were doing to black people over there, they turned around and then asked for donations. So my question was, who's donating? Because and it's not to say forget about the people over there. I'm not saying that, okay? Because people.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah, it's messed up. Nobody. I would never ever approve of anything that's happening now. Just like I don't approve of what they did to us, our people, right? So that's not cool and that's not good, right? But at the same time, it's like, damn, at that present time, this is the time that you take to treat people of color that way, just because their skin is different than yours. They don't deserve the right to do anything else. So what are they? You stay here, you die, you whatever. But our people, we're going to make sure that they get out and they're safe. I think that's messed up. I don't know. What do y'all think about that? To me, it's crazy.
It's amazing. I was like, yo, how you? I seen the video when I first seen it, and I'm not going to pretend like I was shocked, because I hate to say it, black people all over the world are always being discriminated on. We act like it's here only in America, but it's everywhere. Recently, not too long ago, they were doing it in China, where they were locking up black people for nothing or kicking them out of their house that they paid for. So these people, they get all the way to the border, and then they go, no, Ukrainians first, and then turn around and say, hey, we need people to stop Russia from destroying our country. Wait a minute. You got people there. You're just not. You're not utilizing them. You're telling them, no, we're not helping you. So you're saying that the citizens they should be using them to fight. Is that what you're saying? I'm not gonna say, because right now, being a veteran, I understand what it is, right? But at the same time, the only way I'm fighting is if somebody comes here. I'm not going over there no more. This is, and I wouldn't and I'm gonna be honest. My kids ain't going there. I refuse to allow my kids to fight for this country.
Speaking of that, let me first give a shout out to Demo Wed, King Charlie Prince, and India on the check-in. I see y'all guys. If you are tuned in right now, make sure you share this live. Share this live. Very important. Okay, so check it out. Let's backtrack to that. We're talking about people that's fighting the war, right? In a sense now, right? Because I want to get into these gas prices also, but who would you say? You're somebody that was in the military, right? Tell me about who you think is the main people that they send over there to fight these type of wars, and why? Why do they choose these people?
Well, I'm gonna say from my experience, I would say a decent, and I'm gonna say it's the high number of in the military in this country, mostly poor and middle class. Because what rich person is going to risk their life for this country? It's not going to be many. But when you look at it, go to any public school in America and you will find a recruiter in that school. You're not going to find that recruiter in a private school.
So you're saying that poor people is the people that they target to fight the wars, right? And they're the very same people that they take the funds from and shut out. Okay, so they kind of make you, in a sense, the way I see it is I can't look. Let me be clear. Some things some people do, and they cause on their own. Some things are done to keep people down, right? So listen, I could say maybe it balances out in a sense, right? Because you got some people that can make it out of that, but then some people can't, and they look for opportunities, and some people choose the military as a way to make it out.
I was one. When I first joined the military, I was 28. I had just got laid. The post office had just laid off my whole, damn near the whole building.
What post office did you work for? Where?
In the Bronx.
Okay.
Whitestone.
Okay. Big shout out to Al Mosley. I see you.
And what happened was, after I got laid off from the post office, I moved up here for about 2 months, and the jobs were like terrible. They were barely minimum wage. So I was looking at, and then coming working from the post office, minimum wage was like, no way, I can't afford that. And I went to a recruiter, was like, hey, what do y'all got? And that's how I ended up. And I'm not gonna act like it was a bad thing, because I got to experience a decent amount of the world. I've been in countries that you only see on TV, and I probably would have never went if it wasn't for the military.
Okay. Al Mosley said, can you bring those messages back up? The first one, he said, send them rapists, women beaters, etc. over there. And then he said, don't know why we don't mind our business. Great point.
Because we're the world
Great
police.
Point. My thing is, guys, why do we always got to be the ones up in the mix of every single thing, and we can't even fix what's going on at home first? You understand what I'm saying? See, I believe that at the end of the day, they use all these different titles to keep us separated. Now COVID's on the scene to do the same thing, even though they're getting rid of the mandates, right? They got all these different things to constantly keep us separated so that we are distracted fighting with each other while they are creating and changing laws that we're not aware of. And then we're paying for that. So, we got to pay attention more. Sometimes we can't be distracted about all the certain things that's going on because it gets freaking crazy after a while. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Al Mosley said, he said, he says I'm in and out before Ed OJ pull up. Heard he got an order of protection on me. He got an order of protection on you. I think so, man. He's scared. I don't know. And
India, a lot of places I only want to see on TV.
Because listen, I don't blame you. But here's the thing, right? So we come on here, we talk about different things. But honestly, these topics are just as important as everything else. Mm-hmm. Because look at our economy right now. Because now we got to get into that. Guys, look at the gas. Now, didn't you say you seen something where they said gas prices might go to $8?
It could be damn near $8 in some places.
$8 a gallon for gas. That is a problem.
Yep.
Because people are already struggling as it is. So let's take a look at this. Prices of your food is going up. Price of your bills, your electricity bill is going up. Mm-hmm. Gas prices is going up. Jobs are being taken away, right? All of this stuff is happening. They're about to remove the free lunch from the kids in school. People are going to be hungry. Yeah, people don't have, if you can't pay your rent, the price for rent is going up. People can't even afford to pay rent anymore. Right?
The crazy part is somebody working in McDonald's can't even live in the area where they work at.
So
that's how bad it is.
Guys, we are looking at the situation right now with all of this stuff that's going on, and all of the prices that's being raised. And I think that in my opinion, we're going to run into some scary times. Like, yeah, we're doing all this stuff. And I still, like, for me, I still try to be a go-getter and do things. But don't think that I'm not over here looking like, yo, pretty soon it's going to get real bad. Okay? Because all of the stuff that's happening now, at some point when when desperation sets in, what do you think is going to happen? More crime? Okay, will start happening because people going to still want to live their lives, right? Yep. They're going to still want survival, want to eat. How I'm going to get back and forth to work? You mean pretty soon they'll be working just to fill their gas tank? You know what the crazy part is? I'm since this show is about teaching people, I want people to understand something. When the president, it was up there already. When the president talks about the job raising. Mm-hmm. Or showing that we got the job numbers are going up, that's BS. Because what they fail to leave out is all the people that are no longer on unemployment, or who are no longer on unemployment but without a job. So because their unemployment ran out, but they still weren't able to work. So those job numbers be lies. It just be still the people who got off of unemployment and got a job. So my thing is, here's my thing, guys. So Karen said that $20 didn't even get me 5 gallons of gas. Like, yo, let me tell you, look, how much it costs to fill up our
shit, you was on like a quarter tank and it still was like $65.
$65. Yeah. And I was on a quarter of a tank. Like, come on.
That's normal. That's actually like way more than it costs when you're empty.
And then they wonder why people doing the fraud PPP loans and shit. I'm not trying to be funny and say that I approve of doing stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, imagine a person, right, who is by themselves trying to survive and do this. Imagine a one parent household where you got to take care of kids and you're trying to do this. Guys, what the heck, like, what is happening here? This is why I always say that we definitely need to get back to, I'm going to tell y'all right now, bartering. No, don't knock it. Do not knock it. Let me just finish my statement. I'm not saying that is the end all be all. I'm not saying that is going to fix all of the problems. What I'm telling you is be prepared to barter when you need something if you don't have cash. Okay? Sometimes you can't always look for cash. Be prepared to barter, because at the end of the day, I'm telling you right now, if you can't physically pay for something, maybe it's something that you can do in exchange for, a service. And I ain't talking about stripping. Oh, no, damn it. Man, I ain't talking about stripping either. I need the sounds back up there. I ain't talking about stripping. I ain't talking about selling yourself. I'm going to keep it up. Look, talk therapy, but is keeping it real, right? Addressing the ugly truth. So that's what I'm going to do.
Al Mosley said, stock your cabinets and your fridge, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Lock in, get the strap, and protect your family. Yep.
Listen, wait. Before we go there, I gotta just talk about the way you said it. He said it so properly, etc., etc., like etc., my man, etc., etc. I don't know. I guess that's just the properness of you. He's so proper.
Yeah, whatever.
Wait. What King Charlie Prince?
They rob us in high places, and it's legal. But if we start robbing, they say we are wrong. Yep.
Yes, absolutely. Good point, King Charlie. Absolutely. Yes. I don't know.
I understand. I understand working with the barter system, but you got to be careful of who you barter with, because it's no different than loaning somebody money.
Yes. India said doing strange. We go to that. We said, I said barter, but she said doing strange things for change. I feel you, cuz that's what I'm talking about. Don't be out there doing strange things, but then I'm going to say, if you got to do what you got to do to eat, then do what you got to do.
Yeah, shit, they already doing that.
They already do. That's a fact. I mean, what's that thing they got? The OnlyFans, whatever the case may be. I mean, come on.
That's it's a barter system no matter how you do it.
Now, India said, read her comment about the gardens, Ray. Where's that comment at?
Let me see.
We're going to search for that. But while he's searching for it, I just want to say that, again, going back to the barter system, I think that it's so important that we understand what that means, okay? And really get to doing that in the sense, because people did that back in the day. I have a group. It's called, I think, Sell Your Skills and Barter, right? Mm-hmm. Sell Your Skills and Barter. I don't think you found it. No, we don't see the comment, India, so you might have to repost it again. I don't see it in here. But selling your skills and bartering, extremely important. Know how to do it. Know how to survive. And what do you have a problem with when I say that? Because you're shaking your head.
No, it's that I don't have an issue with it. What I have is we're in a time now in this world where there is no loyalty, and you got to be careful of what you barter with somebody, because that's it's like I said, it's no different than loaning somebody money.
Well, I mean, I guess you're gonna choose wisely who you're bartering with, right?
You'd have to, you have to do a check on them. You're gonna have to check them and see where they stand, because some people will they'll have you do everything for them, and then when it's their turn, it's like, hey.
Yeah, we definitely got to make sure that we do that. Big shout out to Soraya Alexis pulling up. I told y'all, my daughter, she on a compilation album. She got a lot going on. She's a content creator. She does so much. She's a YouTuber, I should say. So, and she does vlogging. She's a petite model. She's a singer. She got a lot going on. So make sure y'all check her out and look her up on YouTube. Soraya Alexis, her spelling is there. Make sure y'all subscribe to her YouTube channel. Okay. Here's the thing, guys.
Well,
now,
real quick before you start that,
I want to talk about food and growing food before I forget. He cut me off, then I'll be forgetting what I had to say.
I'm only saying this because we touched on it before, and I want to make sure we say it. When we talk about jobs rising in America, we can't forget that Black American women are still about 1% of the jobs in America. When everybody else went up, they didn't. When you talk about those numbers that went up, it didn't go up for Black women.
Oh, wow. Isn't today National Women's Day? Yep. Isn't it? And you're going to drop a bomb on me like that?
Well, are they talking about all women?
Listen, at the end of the day, they didn't say National Black Women's Day. They said National Women's Day. I understand what you're saying in a sense. No. I understand. Yo, Ray always with the controversy. He got his Black Panther on today. Power to the people. Now let me stop. But no, listen, I'm just saying at the end of the day, I feel you. And I'm definitely standing up for that as well. But I'm just speaking in general, Women's Day, period, right? That's what I'm talking about. Back to the economy now, when we're talking about sustaining, right? In a sense, when we're talking about surviving, right? Are we in the position if some shit was to happen and the economy was to crash? Because they said the stock market is about to crash. Are we in a position like how are we prepared to deal with this? How are we prepared to deal with this? There's because I'm still trying to figure out how to learn how to grow my own food. And shout out to Soraya Alexis. We supposed to both go half and half on getting this plant. And this plant is supposed to, it got like all these different like ways where you could put it in the house and you could grow all different vegetables in the inside. Yeah. Wow. And it looks nice. So it don't have to look like you got a whole ugly greenhouse in your house. You can actually have this plant in your house and grow your own food. And I'm saying that, guys, because we don't know, like, if you look at the supermarkets, food always go quick. Are you paying attention to what's happening? They're selling old food in these supermarkets. I don't know if you guys know this, but our food is going bad rather quickly. And when I look, I'm like, nah, this is not right. Sometimes we open up the bread, it's mold in the bread and we just got it. How is that possible?
That's because the stores are not, they still trying to make up for the pandemic where they didn't get to sell a lot of stuff and a lot of the stuff went bad. So I'm telling you, I honestly believe they just mixing it in with our good food and saying, hey, if we could sell it, sell it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Al Mosley said, where did that come from? Women's Day. Oh boy, here come Al again with the job. I don't know where it came from, Al. It is on the calendar. So that's what it is. So let's go back to Renee's comment. Can you kind of leave the comments up there a little bit longer we can address them before we move on? So Renee says, good credit is key. Good credit /score will get you anything. You think YouTube don't? I'm assuming that's YouTube's. Is that you? YouTube?
I don't know.
UTS. I'm not sure what that is. UTS don't use credit and file for bankruptcy. They get over using this, but as Black folks, we cannot use bankruptcy. Milly-nilly. Okay. Let's talk about that real quickly because I might as well do the shameless plug. Guys, I offer credit coaching. Okay. I offer credit coaching classes where I teach people how to build their credit. I teach people how to sustain. Coaching is involved. So what I do is I train you on changing the way that you do everything. I learned this at a very, very young age. Believe me, I'm an expert at it. My credit has been 850 since I was young. There is not anything that I cannot get. But let me tell y'all why I don't run out and get anything that I can get. Because I know that it takes money to keep those things. See, I don't put myself in a position that I say, okay, just because I could get it, I'm gonna get it. And then I can't afford to keep it, right? Because you still got to maintain stuff, okay? Things still cost money to keep. So I don't do that. But when it comes to credit, that's something that I know well. And I always tell people it costs more to have bad credit okay, than it does to fix your credit. And I tell people that all the time. My workshop classes is on peacementoring.com. You can book a workshop class with me. You can book a session with me, and I will go over everything with you and help you even fix your credit. Okay. I might even be doing on here. I might start throwing some free classes out, maybe once every 3 months or something like that, where I teach it for absolutely nothing. Maybe that's my way where I can kind of help and give back, you know. Going back to India, she said, yes, do you see the expiration date on the milk? Am I the only one who noticed the difference? Right. That's what I'm talking about. And King Charlie Prince said they put the old food in the front. Yeah, but they know what we do. We always reach to the back, right? Mm-hmm. We always reach to the back. Ain't nobody reaching to the front to grab anything. Okay. Al Mosley said, can't grow grapes.
There ain't no seeds.
Oh, yeah. There ain't no seeds. Right. Al, I was just talking about that the other day. Okay. And this is what I'm talking about. You think that you're doing the right thing. And I know this don't specifically has to do with the economy, but it's still, it goes hand in hand. You try to eat healthy, but it costs too much to do that, right? Because healthy food is expensive. And then they still trick you with the BS. You think you're getting good food. I can't find a freaking grape with a seed in it.
Jeez.
So the question is,
it ain't even healthy food anymore.
I'm wondering, is this a waste of time eating this? Because I want to enjoy what I'm eating, of course, but I'm making healthy choices because I'm hoping to reap the benefits of my choice. So if I pick up a freaking grape that has no seeds and I talk to the people, because I mentioned this before, remember we was in ShopRite. I said, excuse me, sir, all of your seeds say seedless grapes. Where can I find a grape or grapes with seeds in it? And the guy tells me, you're not going to find that nowadays. What? Are you freaking serious? Oh, all right. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So listen, guys, that's why I said we got to learn how to grow our own food in a sense. It's very important. Okay, thank you, Renee, for clearing that up. So not to get on, she said the YTS means whites, I think, or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that goes back to redlining and to all that stuff when we talk about the economy. And unfortunately, the truth is the truth. Like Black people, in a sense, are treated different when it comes to certain things. Let me tell y'all a story real quick. I was at Chase Bank, and I was sitting. I was working with a lady, and there was a Spanish couple in front of me, and I was listening to them talk. I'm minding my business, but being nosy. How you doing both, right? I don't know, but I was doing it. So I'm minding my business, being nosy, and I'm listening to their conversation, and the bank teller or whoever it was that sits there was like, okay, they were filling out an application for a loan, and they how you got to check Black, white, Hispanic, whatever. So they put Hispanic. They checked off Hispanic. And the lady goes, okay, you left out what you were. So the Hispanic couple said, no, we didn't. We checked Hispanic. They said, yeah, you checked Hispanic, but you didn't check if you were white or Black. So they was like, they was in their mind, they're like, I already put what I was. Why do you got to put me in another category? What is the purpose of you putting me in the Black and white category? The Spanish couple, because they were speaking English, though, they were going back and forth like we picked it. They couldn't understand it. They was like, what is this about? I heard the lady say, you're going to want to put white if you want this loan. I'm telling you. She was like, listen, if I was you, I would that's your chances are better if you check white. So they said, we're white. And that is not a freaking lie. They make up one part of that story. I stood up and looked over. What do you call those things? The cubicles?
The partition.
That's what it is? I thought it was a cubicle. Okay. Well, I stood up and looked over like, oh my God, because I wanted to see their face. I wanted to see their expression. I couldn't believe my freaking ears. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. first of all, I really felt bad for the Hispanic couple because they was like, damn, my roots and my heritage don't matter. Like, this is who I am. This is what I identify with. But you have to put me in either the white or black category. I can't just be who I say I am. It's who you want me to be. And it's who you are going to pick and determine whether I get this damn loan or not. Okay. And that I seen and heard with my own eyes. I couldn't freaking believe it. And this is what I'm talking about, well, I mean, you could tie that to the economy on however you want, but some people are treated differently when it comes to that. And I think that's a problem. It's always the certain people of color that suffer.
Yeah. That's the history of this country. You know, you can't be surprised when you hear that. The history of this country has never been to help people of color, right? Unless they identify as white.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's really sad.
You know, but you found, unfortunately, you know, we can't blame all white people for that, because that's where we get lost in the. We always go, oh, it's all white people, but unfortunately, it's not. It's only it's the white people in power.
And guess what? Black people in power too. When they get there, a lot of black people don't reach back or help.
You know, I want to tell you.
So is it really a color thing? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, it is in a sense, because the white people in power are the ones in control. I don't care what black person is in charge. There's somebody over him telling them this is the way you're supposed to do it.
Unless you're Dr. Boyce Watkins. He says, "She no, they ain't." Okay, he running his own shit. Look, okay, let me go over here to Renee's comment. You want to read that?
I worked at a firm where white females' Victoria's Secrets magazines had lower prices than the prices were for the magazines I received. They did not put the best in our neighborhoods.
Wow, that's crazy. You want to know something that's so funny that I noticed with Victoria's Secret? One day, this is when I was like becoming more and more woke, right? So you know, you be looking for shit. You do. You be looking for stuff. Sometimes you be too woke. You be seeing shit that ain't even there, right? But no, I'm keeping it real. I was in the mall. And, you know, now I'm like so alert with paying attention to every little thing, right? And I noticed, I'm like, darn, they had, and it's okay, right? In the sense that, you know, because maybe these are the girls that showed up. But I noticed that most of the girls in Victoria's Secret, they were all white. They had one black girl, right? Because you got to throw one black girl in there just to say, look, we're not racist. You see her. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's so funny because the black girl was always in the back. She was never in the front. She was never in the center. She was just always hidden in the back. Just enough for them to say, we put her here. So we don't want to hear your mouth about the diversity in our company. And I walked out I couldn't even buy. I think I stopped shopping there. But you know, when they send you the coupons, you get the free panties and stuff like that. I was going up in there for that any damn way. I wasn't spending all that damn money on that, you know, but I'm like, yo, for real, I looked at it and I just said, this is crazy. Because I'm sure, you know, people fight so hard for equality and still get pushed to the back, you know, and it's messed up because all people want to do is just have a chance just like everybody else so that they could survive in this messed up economy, right? That's what people want. What did India say there?
Which one?
Yeah, I guess that one. I was trying to see.
She said, what the hell, like their last name isn't going to be seen.
Wait, I don't get it. I love you.
The Hispanic couple in the bank. If they had a Hispanic last name,
right. Oh, we going back to the bank. Okay. Yes, absolutely. You know, but at the end of the day, you got to also remember that some Hispanics some identify as black, and there are some that identify as white.
Renee Cosby said
there we go with this. There we go with the separation again.
Yep, Renee Cosby said it. It just the Dominicans, they do it. So black Dominicans and white Dominicans are treated differently, and being all black suffer the most.
Pause for a minute. Let's talk about that to my Dominican brothers and sisters. Put that back up there and leave it there for a second, please. Check this out.
Go ahead.
Don't start the shit on the show. All right, so let's talk about. Okay, we're going. it is kind of like screeching over here to another thing here. Can you see my text? Yes, King Charlie Prince, we can. I don't know if he said something. We can see your text. When we talk about the Black Dominicans, right? So she said Black Dominicans and white Dominicans are treated differently. I used to say, wow, these Dominicans are really like, they got issues like with the colorism so bad, right? We want to point the finger and talk about them, but the truth of the matter is the same sickness that they have, we have.
Yep.
I'm not separating us from them anymore. And what do I mean by that? When we talk about racist white people, there are racist Black people. And somebody say, how come racist Black people can't be racist? Because you have to be in power. You have to be this, you have to be that. But let me tell you, whether it's Hispanics, Dominicans, if it's white or Black, all of those races combined, all of us suffer from what this world, and I don't even want to say this country, has put out there against Black people. Okay? The prejudice and the racism is instilled because you got Black people, Black Americans that will treat you different and talk about you if you're darker skin. Okay? You got Black parents that tell their kids to stay out the sun before you get too dark. You got people that say, oh my God, I can't be in the sun. Like, these issues are not just in Dominicans, guys. This is a worldwide thing. And let's not forget, Asians have the same issue. Don't think that they don't have colorism over there as well, because they do. That's why they got the bleaching of the skin. Asians bleach their skin too. This is a worldwide infection. It's a worldwide infection.
We off the topic.
I know. This is my show. Don't forget it. Okay? Don't be telling me we off the goddamn topic.
Oh, shit. She put the hammer down.
Listen, goddamn it. When you bring it, I'm coming back. You want me sunning me on my show talking about we off the topic? Okay? We didn't. She put it in there. I'm addressing it. We're going to talk. Okay? Yeah, we got to address the people's comments. We can't ignore it. Okay? Because the people is a part of the show too. You got to understand that. All right? Okay. All right. So since you want to go back on the topic, the floor is yours, Ray. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to be honest. Since we get back to the economy and how we could actually do some changes to it, I think you addressed it earlier. We have to first fix everything that's separating America. When you look at everything, we have Black, like you already said it, Black versus white. They add in coronavirus, the vaccine versus the non-vaccinated, the mask versus the non-vax, the non-mask. Republicans versus Democrats. While we're all too busy fighting with each other, everything else is going up because we're not paying attention to what's wrong because we're too busy fighting.
So what's wrong? Let's get into details on that.
The politicians are what's wrong because they're not, like I said, they will take $10 billion and say, here, Ukraine, but they won't say, hey, here's $5 billion to fix America. Let's fix school systems. Let's put books in there. Even now, when you talk about anything that has to do with the Democrats with this Build Back Better plan, it was nope, we're not going to do that. We can't afford it. And the problem with us is if white people and Black people, Republican and Democrat, I keep fucking that up. If we all stop fighting with each other and realize that we all want the same thing, we can fix it. Because right now it's just like they would rather say I was the one that did it than to say, hey, it's getting done.
Okay. Big shout out to Deborah on the check-in. How are you, Deborah? So when you tie that to the economy, explain that, because you said,
yeah, well,
you said get back on topic. I'm trying to.
You're on topic. That is the economy, because right now, when you look at what's wrong, it's people who saying no to money for America. Like, no, literally, it's like, nope, we don't have it. We can't afford it. And that's why I mentioned the Build Back Better. Supposedly, now I'm not going to say this is the best plan and whoever it is, because anything that the Democrats are a part of, best believes they messing something else up. But this is the idea of it, is to say, hey, let's take some of this money and give it back to the American people. Let's fix the American people. Let's fix the wages in America. Let's help get job growth in America.
Mm-hmm.
But you have people in charge in some of these states saying, no way, we're not going to give no money. But these same people are now saying, yes, let's give $10 billion to Ukraine.
Okay.
You know, and that's the issue there. And we got to stop going. We got to start looking at these politicians and holding them accountable, because the gas prices going up, food's going up, all of that's going up. And it's all going up while people here and our politicians are going, nope, I don't care. In so many words, that's basically what they're saying. And the crazy part about it is they're only doing it, they're holding it up because a small number of people that voted for them said no. Meanwhile, the rest of the country could suffer, because you know what? We got 100,000 of my voters that said, no, that's not a good idea. So a lot of these people are more concerned about the power than actually helping us. And I hate to tell black people this, and you know, we have to be honest with us. Y'all got to get away from these Democrats. I'm not saying run to the Republicans, but get away from these Democrats, because you got to look at what's going on in our inner cities. Their crime, this fixed crime in America, they always run with that. We're going to fix crime in America. And every year they don't. The only thing they're doing, what they consider fixing crime in America, is building more jails and less books.
That's deep. Building more jails. And I find that to be very funny, because one thing that I notice is they always got money to build new prisons and to add on to these colleges, right? The stuff that put people in debt, in a sense, right? They always have money to do that. I'm like, what the heck? You know what I mean? They got money for war, but can't feed the poor, just like Tupac said. Okay. Now, Renee said
the economy doesn't include black folks. We have to just accept, because it doesn't include us. Gas, increased taxes, benefits don't consider us or our income. That's true. Yep.
It is very, very true. And it's sad. It's very sad. But again, you know, we go back to saying, guys, what are we doing with the money that we do have? You know, I mean, you know, let's talk about that. Big shout out to Demo Way. He got us on a big screen TV. I see you. Hey, I love to see that. You know what I'm saying? I had to put that in there. So Renee says Democrats are our enemy.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's talk about that real quick. Okay. Because I want to say my take on it, and then you tell me what you think, and then y'all let us know what y'all think in the comment section. People would say, and then I started to believe it. I used to be a Democrat. I am still actually down, but I'm actually going to change that. I don't really want to be a Democrat anymore. I'm going to keep it all the way real. But when I used to have these conversations, the conversations would go a little something like this. Democrats act like they're really there to help you, but they're not really there to help you. They're there to keep you dependent upon them so that they can always stay in control. You think that they are giving you stuff, but they're trying to keep you in a spot so that you cannot evolve and grow and have independence. Democrats are not really there to help, right? So I used to be like, that's not true, because people need help and people need services and this and that. And I still believe people need help. And when people need help, we should get them help, right? But it comes with something. So it's always like you get something, but you lose something in a sense, right? I don't feel that they put the money in the right places when it comes to that. At the end of the day, when I look at Democrats, I don't think that getting away from a Democrat and going to a Republican is going to solve my issues. I believe that we got to learn when it comes to voting. We have to say, okay, if I'm voting, right? Fine. They got it on lock where when you're doing, what's the first one where you can only do Democrat? The primaries, right? They don't even give you an option to say, when it comes to that, you can only do Republican or Democrat. That's it, right? That's your only options in the primary until the main one comes. What's the main one called? Because I don't really.
It all depends on what you're voting for. You know, there's the main one that they fool everybody into voting for is the president.
Okay, so but I'm saying in order for like when you're voting for the primary for the president, they only give you an option of Republican and Democrat, right? So you still have independent that's there, and people act like when it comes, you don't have to participate in that if you don't want to in the primaries, but you should be voting for who you want. First of all, in your local neighborhood, which we don't do as much. So I'm not going to sit here and be a hypocrite. I'm saying something that I should be telling my damn self. Okay. And I don't always do it. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, because sometimes I don't even be knowing. I'd be like, but I gotta get out of that attitude. And then also we gotta remember, you can still say, I'm gonna do independent and vote. Like, people could come together and put all their votes towards somebody who is not a Republican or a Democrat. And I'm gonna say this, like, Jews, they vote for whoever they feel represents them and going to give them what they want. They don't go to the poll like, I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican or the titles. They don't care who you are. They just want to know, are you going to give our people, remember the word our people, what we want? Okay? So sometimes people say they're going to get away from Democrats, but they think that Donald Trump is the solution to their problems, you know? So tell me your take, and then let's get into these comments.
Well, I'm going to be honest with it. And I'm going to first tell you this, because when doing my research for me running for office, I found out that like I'm more on the independent side, you know?
Okay.
So when I found out that if for me to decide whether I'm going to be if I'm going to run, I can't run as an independent in New York. You either have to choose a Republican or a Democrat. And the worst part about it is they have to say, okay, we want you.
Okay. Okay. All right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But, you know, when we look at that, you know, we have to be careful about voters in general have to start looking at these people in charge and saying, you know what? If we don't get what we want, we're not voting for you. See, a lot of people now are lazy, and that goes for whites, blacks, whoever. We don't even research anymore. We just look at somebody we recognize and go, I'm gonna vote for them.
That's a huge problem.
And that's what happened with Biden. Black people ran out there, and I'm gonna tell you the trickery he did. And this is why we got, you know, black people got to pay attention to who we vote for, because what happened was he had a lot of, and I'm not gonna say he had a lot of racist white people mad with black people because he's in office. And the reason is after he won, he got up and said, I'm here because of black people. But the crazy part about it is now that all the stuff he's giving out, he is forgetting about the black community.
Yeah, that's an issue.
And then we still run out and go, hey, I want to vote for you. And that's we got to stop that.
King Charlie Prince said, legislate represent statutory laws, which is nothing but corporate policies. You know what I mean? How do you feel about that?
Well, corporate America does run America.
You think so?
Yeah, every politician is bought. It's not, you can't, all of them that tell you that, hey, this is all grown, what's the word they use, grassroots, is a lie. That is a lie. You dig into it, and every politician somewhere along the line is being funded by somebody who wants them in office, or some kind of corporation.
Let me ask you a question. You want to run for office, correct? So I say let's keep it all the way real. If you run for office and you're saying that that's something that you want to do, and when you make a statement like that, what happens if somebody say that about you?
Well, the difference is I will be able to say, hey, and show you that I'm not going to run with a corporation behind me. And 90% of the times with people like me who will say, hey, I don't want to deal with the corporation, I want to deal with the people directly, there's not going to be any support for me.
What do you mean by that?
People not gonna come out to vote for the corporations are gonna put the person that they want in front. They don't care how bad the guy is, as long as he's gonna do what they want for him. They're not going to put me in front because they know I'm going to be in there saying, the hell with the corporation.
Okay. All right. King Charlie Prince said it's called politics. Okay. Yep. It's called politics.
they like the WWE. They be in there fighting with each other in front of you and then get behind closed doors and they shaking hands going, man, you shouldn't have did that. That's not how it's supposed to be. These guys are friends.
And Town Mama said, that's why I don't vote based on political parties. You understand?
That's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly. That's exactly how it should be. You shouldn't be voting on political parties. You really got to just really see who is going to give you what you need and get out of the title. You know?
That's why
they use that on a regular basis as far as when it goes to the titles. Again, separation. But I mean, you got to have it where somebody knows who and what they're voting for. So there has to be some type of form of labeling in a sense, right? But people, like you said, they get stuck on, I know that face, and they don't do no research on the person or understand what they about, what they represent. People were mad at Ice Cube because what was it, the contract with Black America? They were mad at him for saying that he wanted to listen to both sides. Well, what's wrong with that?
With him, you know, what the hell is wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? Like, I can't even understand why people would even be and feel that way. My thing is, guys, like, you know, when we talk about this economy and what's going on, we have to really, and I keep going back to this because we don't know where we're heading. If that stock market really crashed like they say that it is, if the gas prices are going to continue to go up like it is, if there is still a food shortage like it is happening now, if they have bad food that they're selling in the stores like they are doing now, if people are going to continue to lose their jobs like what's happening now, what the heck do you think is coming next?
Like I said to you before, what's coming next, it eventually, when poor people have nothing to eat, they're going to be eating the rich. You know, you got these guys with $30 billion. They will never, ever go broke. But these guys with that kind of money don't even pay taxes. But meanwhile, somebody working at McDonald's is spending most of their money in taxes. Yeah, and Renee, I agree with you. You people, I know people get mad with you when you say Obama didn't really do nothing for the Black community, but I agree. He did very little. Very little.
I forgot I had something I wanted to say, but I do want to address that. And she said, yeah, he did more he represented the gay community, the LGBT community. And well, you know, leave that up there for a minute. Let me talk about that, what Renee just stated as far as Obama. I do agree. And you're right. There are some Black people that will be totally upset. But then there are some people that can pull up some things that they say that Obama did do for Black people. Now, for me, I'm still happy that we had Obama as the president. I like Michelle Obama, but I do believe that he could have done more because I remember there was times where they were trying to really stop Black people from actually voting, and they stood in line for hours just to make sure that they vote got in, just to make sure that they stood there and supported him. You can't forget about the people that's willing to fight for you. You have to stand up for them people. The people were mad at Donald Trump for standing up for the people who they said were the racists. What did they call them?
He stood up for them, though.
He stood up for them. He did what he was supposed to do. Like, I'm not mad at Donald Trump for doing what he was supposed to do. You would have, and when I'm speaking to everybody, anybody that's mad at Donald Trump, you wanted the same thing for Barack Obama, but he didn't give you that in a sense. So you can't be mad at him for saying, I'm gonna stand by the people that supporting me. They fighting for me. I'm not gonna turn my back on them. I'm gonna keep standing up for them. Another, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that, you know what, we get mad with Donald Trump, but Donald Trump actually showed us what Obama should have been doing, because even though it may not have went anywhere, or in some aspects it was just, he made a lot of executive orders that the Obama could have did, and people were looking at him like, "Oh, the president's not supposed to do that."
You know what he did? He showed people that when they tell you that the president don't have no power, you really got the power, but you choose to listen to what they tell you to do. And Donald Trump said, "I'm not listening to no damn body. I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do, and you could classify me as crazy or whatever, but I'm showing you if you really want power, you take it." He is a power. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it real. You ain't gonna like it. I didn't like that about him. I like the fact that he said, he showed the world. He showed the world that if you really want to do something other than being a puppet, you can do it.
That's why they're going. That's why they're going after him so bad.
And let me tell y'all something that I read in. No, it wasn't Dr. Claude Anderson. Was it in his book? No, it was it was something that he was talking about, right? And I hope that I'll try to say it the best way that I can. When he spoke about, because Renee's comment, that's why I said leave it up there because I wanted to remember. When he spoke about how Obama did more for the gay community or anybody else, where they don't really just say we're going to do this specifically for Black people, like they did for Jews, or like they did for Indians, or like they're doing for, I think, Mexicans, right? Specifically for the people. For some reason, somehow, Black people keep getting left out. It can't, nothing could ever be specifically for them. And the way he explained it, he's like, imagine everybody, we're going to stop at your stop, the white stop. We're going to stop at the Indian stop. We're going to stop at the Mexican stop. We're going to stop at the Jew stop. Black people, listen, we're going to ride by, okay? Anybody could get on this bus. It's up to you if you run and catch and you get on the bus. Basically, what he was saying was the benefits is not just for you. Everybody gets a direct stop for them. Everybody gets a direct benefit directly for them. For Black people, it's just a stroll by, and it's something that everybody could benefit from. And I always question why. Why is it that they continue to be that way when, and let's address the facts here. We know that Black people built majority of things in this country. They even built the damn White House that they don't even want them in. So at the end of the day, when we look at that, it is very sad to say, damn, you mean a group of people that was raped, beaten, all the stuff that's happening when it happened to other people, everybody want to help and run and feel bad. But for Black people, it's get over it, whatever. But they can never do anything as far as economy wise to say, we know what we did to your ancestors, to your peoples, and we know how it affects you to this day. Yes, you have the same opportunities as everybody else, but we're gonna right our wrongs like we do for everybody else and give you this so that it can bring y'all up as a group of people. But they just can't come around and do it. It's so sad.
I don't understand why people think they're gonna. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't care what people how people perceive what I'm saying, because I'm gonna say what it is.
Mm-hmm.
America is not racist. It's just run by racists. Everything in this country is run by racists, and I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna clarify that a little bit, because unfortunately, the people in power don't give a damn about white or Black. Mm-hmm. Is nowadays is rich or poor, and it all depends on your level of rich.
I wanted to speak on that. Yeah, go ahead.
You know, right now it's only people that they care about is the billionaires. Millionaires don't mean nothing. You
know, it's funny you say that when you talk about the millionaires and you talk about that stuff, right? Because here's the thing. And I say this all the time, guys, and this is so, like, pay attention. If you're a middle class, I consider us to be middle class, right? But I'm going to tell you, at the rate they're going, remember, they always said that their agenda was to wipe out the middle class people. What are we doing? And what are you doing? What am I doing? What are we doing to make sure that you got the poor and you got the rich and you got us in the middle? When they raise the prices and they make everything unaffordable, which side do you think you're going to fall on when this shit is all said and done? That's what I want to know. We're falling on the poor side.
But think about it. Think about it, though. If they're going to eliminate the middle class, what do you think is happening to the poor people?
Tell me. Be specific. Say it.
Shit, they're gonna be fighting for their life. They already
Killing
are.
them off.
So in a sense, because they are, poor people, or and I'm like I said, it's not a black and white issue. This is an American issue because it's happening across America, where poor people are left out of everything, and then like I said, they're cutting anything that says, "Hey, let's help." And don't get me wrong, because there are some people in America that are just lazy. But
that's not a color thing.
Yeah.
I think we got a caller calling in? Yeah. Do you got the phone lines open?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see if we got a caller calling in. And then Renee, we're gonna get to your comment. Let's see. Hello, caller, state your name and where you calling from.
Yes.
India?
It's India from South Carolina. Hey, cousin.
What's going on, India? So what's your take on this topic? How do you feel about this?
Listen, okay, so I sent you the text about making the gardens, because we keep getting all this contaminated food and recalls on food and stuff. So that's one thing. We need to stack up on water, canned goods, and plant our own gardens, teach our children how to do these gardens so we know what we're putting in our bodies if we do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's one thing. We got this, Ray, you're right about America not being racist. It's the people in power that are racist. You're absolutely right. And that middle class thing, what's going to happen to the poor? Poor is dead. The poor is going to be killed off because they're going to be the ones robbing the middle and the billion and the high class. You understand? Right. To make ends meet, going to rob Peter, Paul, and John to feed little Sammy, Sue, and Jill. You understand?
Absolutely.
Or Shamika, Shamaka, and BB.
But it's gonna start right here. Beginning. Think about it. Who's the closest to the poor?
Absolutely.
When you think about the communities and how they're divided, the closest to the poor is the middle class.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
So that means right there that's where the starting is, middle class. That means there's no poor, there's nothing underneath middle class. So that means
we're the first ones they're robbing.
That means that my ass
after.
is gonna be looking to get up with some on the pole, on the pole, on the pole.
She said she's gonna do a little exchange for some change.
Hey, some exchange for some change.
I can't take it.
I want to tell y'all, I really love y'all. You and your topics are on point. Keep it coming. I gotta go though. I'm gonna turn you back on, but I'm about to get busy with an egg salad sandwich and some busy boss chips.
Yes, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Them boss chips, baby. Yes.
I love y'all. You
love
keep it
you
up,
too.
Okay?
Thank you. We appreciate you so much. Absolutely.
All right. All right.
So Renee said, Obama's. Can you bring that comment back up, please? I was telling you to leave that, so I wanted to adjust it. Obama medical plan that requires us as Black people to be penalized for not having medical coverage. Shit, that plan was $400 or more a month, was ludicrous. Thank goodness I had coverage through my job. A lot of people did complain about that. They complained about that coverage and that it affected people. So, but then you got other people that say, hey, it saved somebody's life because the pre-existing conditions, they were actually trying to remove that, and they were actually just letting people, you had this before you had insurance, you're gonna die, and blah blah blah. So, I'm kind of up in the air with that. I mean, it shouldn't be affecting people if they don't want it. People shouldn't have been forced to have it, but I do like the fact that it was actually out there saving lives. So I'm not totally against everything Obama did, like, you know what I mean? And I kind of fall in the middle with how I feel about things. Renee,
okay, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna read. True, white and Black poor people suffer, but whites get benefits more than us because we must feel it more than them. Okay, all right, okay. So listen, I agree to a certain extent. I do believe in certain neighborhoods, things are worse off. But I will say too, I know some white people that were just as poor. Matter of fact, didn't you when you said you picked up some? I don't know if you're able to speak on that.
No, I'm not gonna speak on that.
Oh, okay. Well, you could come across some people who are also white that are just as poor, because you got to remember something too. People who are racist, like really in the heart, there are some white people who are not racist. And the ones who are not racist, the racist people treat them just as bad as they treat black people that they don't like. And a lot of them are treated horrible. And they don't get certain things either. So they probably looking like you must be one of them ones that like them, and I'm not trying to be funny. And then they kind of suffer in a sense too. But I keep telling y'all, and I'm not trying to make this for me a black thing, because it's really about the economy, right? But we know that there are a group of people who do suffer more in a sense in certain neighborhoods. But poor people is in every color. It's not just in black. It's poor people all over the world. You understand what I'm saying? It is. Yeah, I'm being politically correct in your tips. Renee, she's too funny.
Shit, mess around the way this economy is going. That's what we're gonna be eating for dinner.
Word up. Boss move chips for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, baby. So listen, we got
I'm gonna say this real quick before we end this, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Another part of this economy that we got to pay attention to. Think about what's in every neighborhood that gets paid regardless of what's going on.
Right.
Insurance. No matter what. Insurance, car insurance, life insurance, whatever you paying insurance for, that sustains itself by constantly taking from people every day. If they put out $100 million, they're raising you up and they're going to make $1 billion in profit. Think about it. How does the insurance company sustain itself? People's always like, oh, when you going in and you tearing down these neighborhoods during these riots and you burn it down, the insurance company got to pay for it. Yeah, they do, but they also hit me and you in the pocket every time they got to pay something out, no matter how small it is. So think about it. Your car insurance goes up every year, regardless of what goes on.
That is true.
Yep. And the crazy part about it is they're using your money to make money. Just like with the bank will take your money from you. You put in $100, they'll give you 0.000 point of a penny, and then take that $100 and lend it to somebody with 24% interest.
Right. And
then turn around and tell you, I can't afford it. I can't give you a loan.
Mm-hmm. So listen, guys, like I said, I'm gonna say it like this, and then we're gonna end with a song on one. Excuse me. We're going to end with a song on our compilation by Soraya Alexis. She will be shooting a video for this song very soon, and this song is called Visions, y'all. Visions. That's what you need to have right now. Keep your eyes on the vision, baby, because we gotta have plans for this damn economy, or else they coming for us. Okay, they are coming for us. All right. So let's play this song. And guys, if you haven't already, make sure that you download it if you can. Check it out, purchase it, whatever. Again, look out for this. I'm going to play the song by Soraya Alexis, and this song is called Visions. This one?
Gotta keep my eyes on a vision. I can't let it go into the distance. Gotta do big things, do big things. Yeah, gotta keep my eyes on a vision. I can't let it go into the distance. Gotta do big things, do big things, do big things. Yeah, time waits for no one, but we still gonna have our fun. We got big dreams, just wait and see. Wait and see. Dedication, motivation, we got it, no hesitation. All eyes on me, eyes on me, eyes on me. Living life like every day's a party. That's the goal, to always be happy. Make enough money for my family. Do it for those who support me, no. Cause these dreams not gonna chase themselves. Don't worry what they say, just focus on yourself. Oh, gotta keep my eyes on the vision. Can't let it go into the distance. Gotta do big things, do big things, do big things, do big things. Gotta keep my eyes on the vision. Can't let it go into the distance. Gotta do big things, do big things, do big things. Red carpets, bright lights, working, grinding all night. Working play is the same. Having fun, can't complain. Make sure they know my name. Yeah, they know my name. Felt like I was going in circles, confused, wondering where I go. Left in the ocean in the sea of aggravation. But this music helped me take out my frustration. Let the haters talk their shit. We don't have patience, oh no. Don't have patience, oh no. We don't have patience, no. Gotta keep my eyes on the vision. Can't let it go into the distance. Gotta do big things, do big things, do big things, do big things. Gotta keep my eyes on the vision. Can't let it go into the distance. Gotta do big things, do big things, do big things. Fighting for that dream they say is unobtainable. Fighting for that dream they tell me is impossible. But I'm here to stay, so make room for me anyway. Said I'm here to stay, so make room for me anyway. Gotta keep my eyes on the vision. Can't let it go into the distance. Gotta do big things, do big things, do big things, do big things. Gotta keep my eyes on the vision. Can't let it go into the distance. Gotta do big things, do big things, do big things.
Yes, yes, yes. That was Soraya Alexis with Visions, y'all. Visions, make sure if y'all haven't yet, that's one of the songs off of the compilation called Family Business. You can find this on all streaming platforms. You can purchase it on my website, ladymiz.com. It's for sale there, the whole album. Or if you just want that one song, you could go on there and purchase the one song, y'all. That is on the compilation, and you find the compilation under various artists. Soraya is going to be shooting a video soon for that. I think it's such a powerful inspiration song. And listen, guys, I'm telling you, if you haven't yet, you really got to go check out that album, Gospel. Mm-hmm. Yo, I didn't even appreciate gospel as much. I could listen to that. Yo, I'm telling you, the joints are so fire on there. There's a message on there. Everything is the bomb diggy, y'all. Make sure y'all check it out. Gospel is one of my favorites. Faded Emotions. Faded Emotions is so dope. And why I really love that song, because our kids is on it together. You know what I mean? It's so dope. Like, right, we got Soraya Alexis, Poppy Fortune, and Ian 95. So Ian 95, that's my son-in-law. You know what I'm saying? So we saying our kids, right, in total. So it's 3 of them on the joint. But what I think is so fire is that my daughter, his son, which is our kids together though, is on the track together, and Ian 95 is on there. That's Soraya Alexis' boyfriend, and that song is dope. Okay, Faded Emotions is super fire. I don't know if y'all heard it. Should we play it?
Yeah, why not?
You know what? We're going to play Faded Emotions before we get... This the last joint, and then we getting out of here, guys. We're going to play Faded Emotions. This is off of the compilation Family Business under various artists. This song, Faded Emotions, is featuring Soraya Alexis, Poppy Fortune, and Ian 95. Let's get into it.
What is love? Love is an emotional roller coaster. Love is sharing your highs and highs with someone, being able to count on each other in your lowest lows. What is love? Love is a bond, a feeling, not a ring.
Faded emotions, fuck it, I'm open. Losing my conscience, this is just nonsense. When you around, I feel complete, babe. And then you fuck it up the next day. You got me feeling away, feeling away. I'm drifting away, I'm drifting away. Don't know what to say, I'm losing my faith. Fighting for you, don't know what to do no more. You got me feeling away, I'm feeling away. I'm drifting away, I'm drifting away. Don't know what to say, I'm losing my faith. Fighting for you, don't know what to do no more.
Time and time again, we did this too many times. Steady fighting for our love, slowly becoming a crime. Sometimes I sit back, think why do we even try? Should I let this live on, or should I watch this go die? In a sea full of fishes, yeah, I could just go dive. But I'm betting on us, girl, I'm rolling the dice. I got shit on my mind, wrong place, wrong time. Love could really be blind, no face, no signs.
She told me she loved me, I told her she lying. It's better to hate me, it helps the crying, no lying. We both broke down in the car that night without you, girl, I'm dying. Driving down the interstate, I'm drinking, sitting silence till you hit my line and tell me I've been wildin'.
I'm wildin', I'm bugging, heartbroken, so take it. Reality and blunts these days is what I be facing. I need some patience, so tired of waiting, so tired of waiting.
And these hoes that's hating, don't wanna see us make it. I need some motivation, send a picture of you naked, and I'll write another song that makes you feel so jaded. I'm sorry, I'm so toxic, baby girl, help me change it.
Frozen, I'm broken, my heart's like picking you, but my emotions unspoken. Maybe I'm just better off without you. Maybe I'm just better off without you, babe. I take you back with all the bullshit that you put me through. It's just so tiring, it's always been just me and you. All these conflicted emotions, all I do goes unnoticed. Crying, the fighting, the lying, that's like the only thing that's keeping this exciting. It feels like that's the only thing that we do these days. But would I really want it any other way? Feeling away, feeling away. I'm drifting away, I'm drifting away. Don't know what to say, I'm losing my faith. Fighting for you, don't know what to do no more. You got me feeling away, I'm feeling away. I'm drifting away, I'm drifting away. Don't know what to say, I'm losing my faith. Fighting for you, don't know what to do no more.
We gotta bring it back. Hey. Woo! Y'all already know what it is. That is called Faded Emotions. Again, we had to. I got a hip hop gospel song. I wanted to share that. Keep sharing these joints with y'all because listen, when I tell y'all this Family Business album is so freaking fire, it's so dope because you get. There's something on this album for everybody. You're gonna get songs like that, relationship songs. You're getting that R&B vibe. You're getting that inspirational song, and then you're gonna get the Anybody Could Get It when Me and Cash is going in. Yeah. Then you get the gospel. The gospel is so dope. Then you get hood pain. You get the messages. I'm trying to tell you, the album has something for everybody. And then you get freedom with me and my Uncle Jay, Uncle Jimmy on the track. Like that was such a dope experience. And I'm actually trying to get my Uncle Jimmy to do more. I didn't hit him up like, yo, he got the voice. My Uncle Jimmy got that WBLS voice. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he should be on the freaking radio. His voice was meant to be on the radio. All right. And guess what? We ain't got to wait for nobody to give us that opportunity. This is what From the Ground Up Productions is media, baby. This is what we do. We create our opportunities. We're not sitting around waiting for nobody to give it to us. We taking what's ours, point blank, period. I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down. We're about to get up out of here, but I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in to Talk Therapy Tuesdays with your girl, Lady Miz, bringing the Silent Assassin on with me. Appreciate y'all. Again, that was 2 joints that we played for y'all so y'all could appreciate it fully through. Next, we gonna play gospel. We're gonna play some other joints, but we're gonna get out of here now. If you haven't already, make sure y'all go check that joint out. Check them out, y'all. Purchase, share, and stream these songs. Matter of fact, take your favorite clip and record yourself doing it. If you could go in your stories in TikTok and on Instagram and type in that, put various artists or put family business in the name, and it will come up. You can post it in your story, honey. We everywhere. All right? Let's get it. All right? Save that money, y'all. Do what you got to do. Grow your own food. We got to prepare for this economy that is about to collapse. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Big shout out. Hold on before I get up out of here. Yes, Lady Z is in the building. Let me shout her out real quick. Lady Z is a hip hop female artist. I love this lady. Okay. Y'all need to go check her out. Her video. Oh my God. I love her video. I play it all the time. When people come through, I'll be like, yo, check out Lady Z. She's a super dope hip hop artist. She be doing her thing. Make sure y'all check her out. MC Lady Z. And I want to shout her out because she actually connected me with Paul Silver from LA. He actually, Faded Emotions. He mixed that. He was the engineer for that song, okay? And he actually added a little extra to it to give it that boom, that feel to it. He did 5 joints on this album he engineered. He took his time with us because I know it was so hard working with so many different artists, trying to find our own sound for the first time. And it was a lot of back and forth, but we did get it done. And guys, listen, I absolutely love it. I even didn't appreciate it as much until I had to sit and listen. I said, this is a dope ass album. And if y'all don't believe me, go check it out. Play the whole joint through. I bet you're going to be like, this got to be the best album I ever heard. Something you could play all the way through without skipping.
I'm about to say, not for nothing. That is one of them albums that you will play the whole thing. It won't be one of them albums where I'm going to skip this song. It's got something for everybody. It's actually, I would say that whole album is something the radio would play if they were playing people who are, not mainstream.
Yes. So Lady Z says she got a new trailer coming out soon. Lady Z, get that to us, mama, and we will definitely be here to support you. Absolutely. King Charlie Prince, thank you so much. If y'all haven't already purchased those Boss Move chips, you can go to my website, www.bossmovechips.com. And if you are close by, I can actually save you the delivery fee and meet you somewhere and order it for you. And there was a last message that I was trying to get to. That was India saying, no, wait. Yeah, my daddy is all that. Big shout out. My cousin India over here on the check-in. Uncle Jay, who's on the Freedom song, that's her father, okay? And let me just say this. India got bars. Stop playing. Y'all don't even know that my cuz over there got bars. She sent me something that for the Boss chips, it was so dope. I said, yo, cuz, you got to get on the track. And last but not least, I got to shout out my little cousin, okay? Because, listen, he got bars too, okay? My little cousin, this is India's son. He is a dope MC. It runs in the family, okay? I want you to send me some of his stuff so that we can help push and promote him as well and support him too. Please. He got music out. He's a dope MC. My cousin is dope, okay? I wish she would say what she said here, but look, cuz, you need to record that and send it to me. I know I said enough and we're going to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in to Talk Therapy Tuesdays, and we will see you guys next week on Monday with From the Ground Up Productions.
No, Sunday.
Oh, yes.
Sunday.
We're doing a pop-up show. Sunday, we're going to have Natasha Rodriguez. She's a female singer. Absolutely. So we're actually going to have a show on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then we will be preparing next month for Hood Court, our first case. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see you Sunday next week. Peace.
Peace out.
We hope you enjoyed your time with From the Ground Up Productions. We'll see you next time. Be sure to add our channel to your Roku list and listen to us on all streaming platforms.